Hey friends, it's Mrs. Lucker. Today for our lesson, we're going to be adding and subtracting 10 and 100. So our learning goal for today says, I can relate 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, and 100 less to addition and subtraction of 10 and 100. So that just means that we're adding and subtracting groups of 10 and groups of 100. So the materials that you'll need for this lesson are your dry erase board, your place value chart, and your place value discs. So make sure you have those materials before we get started. Also, if you don't have place value discs or a place value chart, you could just draw them on your dry erase board. Okay, friends, let's get going. So use your place value disc to show 157 on your place value chart. So pause the video, create 157 with your place value discs, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, friends, here's 100, 5 tens, 7 ones. So I want you to add 10 more, and I want you to use a sentence frame to describe adding 10 to 157. So we're going to focus on the top two stems. So you're going to basically fill in those blanks. So you would say 10 more than 157 is, and you would fill in that blank. Or you would fill in the second sentence frame. Okay, we're not doing 100 yet. You're only adding the 10. So your two options are your top two sentence frames. Okay, so pause video, add 10 more, and then write a sentence frame or be able to read a sentence frame that matches what you just did. And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends. So if I add 10 more, I could say that 10 more than 157 is 167 because I'm just filling in those blanks in those sentence frames. Or I could use the second one and say 167 is 10 more than 157. Okay, so when we added 10 to the tens place, or added 10, a 10 to the tens place, it changed. That's how our problem changed from 157 to 167. All right, so what's an addition sentence that starts with 157? So to model what we just did, so it would be 157 plus what? Okay, so write that down on your board and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, so I have 157 plus 10 equals 167. Okay. All right, so use your place value just to show 157 on your place value chart. So you just have to take off that 110 that we just did. Okay, so pause the video real quick, change that, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, so again, 157. Now you're going to show 10 less, and then you're going to use a sentence frame. Okay, we're using the top two, so 10 less than blank is blank. So you're filling those in. So pick one of those to fill in to describe showing 10 less. Pause the video, do that, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends. So I'm taking one away, right, because that's 10 less. Now I could say that 10 less than 157 is 147. Or I could say that 147 is 10 less than 157. They're both saying the same thing, they're just phrasing it in a different way. So what did we do to change 157 this time? Yeah, we took away 10 from the tens place. All right, so let's say a subtraction sentence starting with 157. So it would be 157 minus, and then what did we take away? So you can write that down or say it out loud and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, so we took away 10, right? Just like that. So 157 minus 10 equals 147. All right, so again, use your place value just to model 157. So you can pause that real quick and just add that 110 back in. All right, so here's my 157. So now I want you to add 100 more this time. Okay, and then you're going to use one of our sentence frames. Now this one we're using the bottom two that are over here on the bottom. Whoop. Okay. So pause the video, add 100, and then describe it using a sentence frame. And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends. So 100 more than 157 is 257. Or we could say it as 257 is 100 more than 157. All right, so say an addition sentence starting with 157. So you would say 157 plus, and what did we just do? So pause the video, write it, or say it, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, so we would say 157 plus 100 equals 257. All right, so now I want you to say an addition sentence starting with 257. So it would be 257 plus, what did we add? Oh, actually, scratch that, friends. I'm so sorry. This one is a little bit tricky because they're trying to start off with the equals part first, the total. So it would start with 257 equals, and then you would have the addition sentence of what we did before. That one's a little tricky. So go ahead and pause your video. 257 equals, and then what was the addition part that we just did? And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, so you could say 257 equals 100 plus 157, or you could just flip the add-ins and you could say 257 equals 157 plus 100. They're both saying the same thing, they're just written in different ways. All right, friends, we're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to look at the number pattern, and we're going to say the more or less rule for the pattern. So it could be 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, or 100 less. So here's our pattern. 121, 131, 141, 151, 161. So if we do that, what's the rule? Yeah, it's 10 more rule, right? Because that's what we're increasing each time. All right, let's look at another one. So look at your pattern and then say what the rule is. 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, 100 less. So the rule is 10 more rule. Good job. All right, let's look at another one. All right, friends, if you need more time, here's the rule. All right, so 10 less each time. All right, so I'll write a series of numbers and you write the rule and the next three numbers on your board. Okay, so again, you would write plus 10, minus 10, plus 100, minus 100. So here's our pattern, our series of numbers, 67, 57, 47. So you're going to pause the video, you're going to say what the rule is and write the next three numbers, write or say. Okay, get that out of the way. Go ahead and pause and then solve. All right, friends, so the rule is minus 10, so then the numbers would be 37, 27, 17. All right, here's another one. So we have 156, 256, 356. Pause the video, write the rule and the three missing numbers, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, here's our rule. Plus 100. So our missing numbers would be 456, 556, and 656. All right, here's our next one. 61, 71, 81. All right, write the rule, friends, and the three missing numbers, and then we'll go over it together. All right, the rule is plus 10, so our missing numbers are 91. Here's where it gets a little tricky. 101, and then 111. All right, good job with that one, friends. All right, next one. 61, 51, 41. Write the rule and the missing numbers, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, minus 10 is the rule, so our missing numbers are 31, 21, and 11. Awesome. All right, friends, 656, 556, 456. Write the rule in the missing numbers and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, our rule is minus 100. Our missing numbers are 356, 256, and 156. All right, friends, so we're going to do something a little bit different now. Is I'll model the arrow way, and you say each missing number. So we have 542 plus 100. What's going to be my missing number? Yeah, 642. Now I'm going to subtract 10. So what's that going to be? 632. Now we're going to subtract 10 again, so only the tens place is changing, and what's that going to be? 622. Awesome. Ooh, minus 100. So 622 minus 100 is 522. Now we're going to subtract 10, and that leaves us with, we're subtracting 100. Yep, so that's 422. Awesome. All right, here's another one. So 367 minus 100 is 267. Good. Now we're going to subtract 100 again. 167. Minus 10. 157. Minus 10 more. 147. Awesome. All right, so you're going to solve this one on your own using the arrow way. So 240 plus 120. Okay, so those are the breaks that I have. If you want to add it differently, that's okay. But you're going to pause the video and solve 240 plus 120 using the arrow way. And then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends. Pause if you need more time, otherwise here we go. So for this one, I'm going to add 100, which gives me to 340. Then I'm going to add 10, which is 350. Then I'll add 10 more, which is 360. All right, friends, so nice work. You guys did a great job relating 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, and 100 less to addition and subtraction with 10 and 100. So please head back on over to the module to see what you need to complete for your independent practice. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, friends.